Solicits for the month of July, though, we'll go through them. This is the first month of the Absolute Power event, so there's a bunch of
Hmm.
stuff for that in here. We'll work through it. First up on the list is Absolute Power Ground Zero Issue 1. So this is Mark Waid, presumably doing the main story, but there's three other stories by Williamson, Nicole Maines, and Chip Zdarsky, probably tying into their own various current runs.
Yep.
So yeah, this is your kind of your issue zero effectively. It's not called that, it's called Ground Zero issue 1, but we all know it's the alpha issue or the issue 0 or whatever you want to call it. And then we get Absolute Power issue 1 by Mark Waid, with art by Dan Mora. So
We're getting spoiled.
yeah,
Again, more art here. Looks fantastic.
it does. I mean, what's that like cyborgy brainiac chick on the sort of the left hand side of that 2-page cover? What is that?
If I had to guess, it's the new version of Brainiac that was teased in Superman 13. I'm getting vibes of Indigo, who was a Titans character when I first started reading that was revealed to be Brainiac 8.0. There's some timey-wimey shenanigans. Definitely vibes of that. But if I had to guess, there's going to be some fallout from House of Brainiac, and that's a character that we know already.
Sounds reasonable. Also, that was very ultra specific. As far as vibes go, that was ultra specific for vibes.
Sorry. So just real quick, when this stuff started getting, the solicits hit and people were talking about it, I saw what the vibe of Ground Zero was, and it instantly took wind out my sails. When I saw a specific character.
Oh, failsafe.
Yeah.
She's named in the solicit text. I hadn't read the solicit text yet.
Oh.
DC Epic Summer Event kicks off with a bang with the combined might of failsafe, and Brainiac Queen. Do you know what? Now that they've called her Brainiac Queen, I was thinking a little Borg Queen from Star Trek. I was getting a little Borg Queen vibe from her. So yeah, as the last given Amanda Waller the ability to steal the metahuman abilities of every hero and villain on Earth. I mean, like, I'm still excited. Am I excited that they're using failsafe in any capacity? Not really. But I guess that explains why Zdarsky's got one of the stories in the alpha issue.
Yeah, and I will give Wade credit that he is very adept at playing with current continuity and adjusting stories around that, right? He's very good at playing in the boundaries that way. So I'm going to try to go in with an open mind. However, seeing what this absolute power is spinning out of, and, it makes me a little less.
I mean, I don't think I'm that concerned because my main problem with failsafe by and large, or the story in Batman by and large, is how Batman is written, how failsafe is written to be this Zur-En-Arth thing, and like I feel like if he's just like no, he's there to like function to create the plot that we're doing with all the entire Justice League, then I don't think I'll have a problem there.
Yeah.
I feel like Wade knows the voices of the characters quite well, and I won't have the same concerns. But we'll see. We'll see. Got a Batman 150, so another big milestone issue for the current Batman lineage. So as an oversized book, it's 48 pages, $6. With Zdarsky still just writing on his own, but sorry, we've got backups as well. But one backup's by Zdarsky and one backup's by Mike Hawthorne. We have art in the main story by Jorge Jimenez and Dennis Cowan. Nice cover. This is a weird thing because obviously we've not been liking Zdarsky's run, and he already had a milestone because he technically had issue 900, which happened to be right early in his run, and I didn't like what he did with that. My only hope, and this is probably a foolish hope given that failsafe's a thing in Absolute Power, so it's probably still going to be failsafe related to tie into that. But my hope would be this will be something new or separate or different.
The fact that we're getting Dennis Cowan makes me seem like it's going to be moodier than what we've gotten.
I like Moody Batman. Moody Batman's the best.
Yeah, so, but we also got art by Jimenez, so I feel like it's going to probably be balanced art styles, maybe a ping-ponging story.
Maybe flashbacks or something for Cowan, or a different setting or something like that.
Yeah, and that's fine, because, I think there's some good stuff Zdarsky's still capable of. So I'm going to hear, and I don't think he's going to have to tie into the legacy as much as 600, right? Where he used that as a thing to kind of go through Batman history. Here I just felt he can tell a bigger story.
Yeah, it's not like a milestone for Batman overall. It's just a milestone for this current numbering. So
yeah,
not as much of a big deal. So it means I certainly think issue 900 overall is much more important than 150 of this run. Joker the World, which is actually a hardcover, I'll call it graphic novel, but effectively it's actually more of an anthology. But it's basically, I was questioning what the hell this was for a minute there as I was looking at it, and I realized, oh, they did this with Batman a few years ago, where they did like, oh, it's like 12 different Batman stories, all written from writers in different countries. That's what this is. It's writers all over the world, including Jeff Johns, who's the main one there that I recognize. Do I recognize anyone? David Rubin sounds familiar. But yeah, that's a lot of names I don't know, which is maybe a good thing. It's just not going to be more new talent. That said, though, there's no way in hell we're doing this the week it comes out. It's almost
it's 184 pages.
It's almost 200 pages. We didn't do the Batman one either, for the record.
Yeah.
If they released it in like 3, 60-page chunks, I think we might have given at least the first one a try, but...
Yeah, but also the Johnson Fabric combination gives me...
3 Jokers.
Yeah. So...
Yeah. Okay, I've got a funny feeling Matt is going to blow his load over this next cover. Action Comics 1067. We have Superman... opening his shirt like he does to become Superman, but it's a classic, Golden Age era logo, and the entire cover's kind of noir with the blind shadows over his face. There's a lot going on here that I know you like. All it's missing is a sexy redhead somewhere around the page.
Where's Lana Lang? That's all I need. He's got it's reporter Clark from like the Golden Age.
Yeah. So
he's got the hat and the tie and everything's a bit askew, but this cover, absolutely.
Yeah, so this is the start of the next 3-part story by a new team, with Gail Simone and Eddie Barrows doing the main story, and Rainbow Rowell and Cian Tormey, who I think they're doing a backup, not so much in this solicit. Well, maybe it does say in this solicit actually. Yeah, I think it's a backup. Yeah, it says at the bottom of the description. I think I saw it on Twitter earlier, which is why I knew before I even read the solicit text there. Superman fights for 2 worlds. When a massively powerful alien race makes Earth their arena, Superman must stand alone against impossible challenges that threaten locations all around the world and the lives of those he loves. A not to be missed epic tale of Superman's strength, wit, and resourcefulness in the early stages of his public career. So yeah, they're definitely setting this sort of in the past. So.
Gail coming to Superman. That's cool. I'm there for that.
It's definitely more interesting than just having Williamson do both books for 3 months.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, Gail's not like a surefire success for me. Like I've liked quite a bit of what I read from her, but at the same time, some of it's also just been fine and not special. So like there's kind of a spectrum that it could fall into. But I think the last time she did something for DC, outside of maybe like a 5-page thing in a special, was probably that Plastic Man series that she did a few years ago.
I think so. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'd have to check, right? But I like Gail. I have more positive vibes for Gail than not. So, and this sounds fun. Like the whole alien race coming to Earth and Superman early in his career, trying to stop multiple things happening at once.
Okay. So, next up, we've got our main tie-in series to the event. We've got Absolute Power Task Force 7, and this is going to be every other week, so there's actually 3 issues solicited here. So the first one's Absolute Power Task Force 7, issue 1, and then it's just 2 and 3. But when you actually look at them, it's not just like a mini-series where, it's one story with chapters. They've each got a different team, and they're each kind of a one-shot, effectively, focusing on a different one of the Trinity of Evil, who I assume are going to be something that comes out of the main story. So the first one looks to be Shazam-focused, with Leah Williams writing with Caitlin Yarsky on the art. The second issue is by John Layman with art by Max Schreiner, and that seems to be Aqua Family in co-focus by the cover.
But also, that is also the Doom Patrol. there.
Oh yeah, I see Negative Man and yeah, the Chief and stuff. Oh yeah, okay, I see some Doom Patrol there. That's cool. And then Absolute Power Task Force 7 issue 3, which seems to be Green Lantern, Doctor Fate, and when I say Green Lantern, it's Alan Scott Green Lantern specifically. Yep. That's Jeremy Adams writing with Travis Mercer on art for that one. So, and interesting here that these seem to be, relatively speaking, one shot. So even if we don't like issue 1, it was probably still worth trying the other ones that come after. So I think the Adams one's definitely the one that I'm the most interested in. You know, at face value, but they've all got potential.
Yeah, I all 3 of the writers I'm a fan of. So that helps. Max Raynor doing the art in the second one. Also, Max Raynor's one of those kind of journeyman artists that does DC pretty well.
Yeah.
So at least it'll be nice to look at.
Also, having Jeremy Adams do a one-shot about JSA characters does make me think, oh, are they planning something JSA related with him? I mean, I know we have the Johns book. Obviously, we have that already, but you know.
We've talked about this. I talked about this with Venditti. I've talked about this with Adams. Like, you have 2 guys that are more than competent once Johns wraps up.
Yeah.
You know.
And then we also have a one-shot here. Well, I think it's a one-shot. Maybe it's
I don't know, because it's listed as Origins #1.
Yeah, it doesn't say one-shot in the text. I mean, one-shots usually say issue 1 in the title. That's not strange, but it doesn't specify. So this may actually be multiple issues, but this is an Absolute Power Origins issue 1. And I've got to be honest, Matt, is that a photograph in the cover? I can't actually tell.
I can't either. It looks like an oil painting though from my computer. So
I mean, I can tell there's art, like the face that's in the background obviously is art. I can see that, but the main part of it, which is I assume Amanda Waller holding a child,
yes,
that looks photoreal at a distance to me.
It says cover by Irvin Rodriguez, so I don't know.
Anyway, so yeah, that's John Ridley writing this book with Aletha Martinez on the art. This is the untold story of what led Amanda Waller to form the Trinity of Evil. So yeah, again, how the main sort of villain that she assembles for the book came together. So, interesting. Next up, Superman 16. Still Williamson. Jamal Campbell back on art on this issue. Interesting to see. That's cool. We have Wonder Woman issue 11. Tom King, Tony S. Daniel and Belen Ortega on the art. So, you know, another fill-in artist here potentially. Yeah. Not
Sam Pierre, but Daniel. I like Daniel's Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Daniel and Nathan DC. But he was doing DC stuff when I first started reading singles.
New big name in the New 52. Daniel was all over that.
Next up, but maybe the most exciting thing in the solicits for me this month is The Nice House by the Sea, issue 1.
Ooh, I did not know this was coming.
Yeah, this is the follow-up to Nice House by the Lake. James Tynion IV is writing. Alvaro Martinez Bueno is on art. It is a 12-issue maxi series once again. And issue 1 seems to be oversized at 48 pages. Yeah. So, yeah, obviously we'll be digging right into that.
Ooh, part 2? Yeah.
Obviously that cover's gorgeous. Can I just posit that when I first saw it, my first thought was, why is Chester Bennington on the cover of this book?
Oh, I thought it looked like Prince, the one that's still there, the one that didn't abdicate, William. I thought it was Prince William.
Prince William.
So I was like, oh.
Oh, okay. See, when you said the one that's still there, I thought you meant because Chester Bennington committed suicide, and I thought that's what you meant.
No, I meant the one that didn't abdicate.
Yeah, the member of the royal family who did it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that's a dark line to say, Matt. All right.
No, not for Chester. I would never besmirch that man's name.
Yeah.
The royal family, though. Come on. But yeah, I definitely thought that.
Well, let us know in the comments. Who do you think this on the cover of Nice House by the Sea issue 1 looks like more? Chester Bennington from Linkin Park.
Yes.
Or who did you say? Prince?
Prince William.
Prince William.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see what people say. I even want to read the description. We don't need spoilers for this. Like,
nope.
we're locked in. We care about it.
I do like that it's not just like nice house on the lake part 2 or whatever. It's nice house by the sea. So it's still,
also,
there's themes,
I mean, it implies to me there's going to be a third book called Nice House by the Ocean.
Uh-huh.
Or River. I could accept River.
Well, I like though because it seems like it's widening the world by a bigger body of water,
Yes. So, all right. Next up, from the DC Vault, Death in the Family, Robin Lives, issue 1. Sure. Not dead. We have Dark Knights of Steel, All Winter, issue 1. So this is a 6-issue mini, obviously a follow-up to Dark Knights of Steel that Tom Taylor did. Tom Taylor is co-writing this as per the credits here with Jay Kristoff, which I don't know if it's obviously it could just be them co-writing. My guess would be that it's maybe more of a story by and scripting kind of pair, but meaning that Taylor's got too many other things to do to actually write this series, so he's just handed these notes to someone and they've done the job. I'm just guessing though, I don't know. It does say though art by Triso Cons and Riccardo Federici, and obviously Federici's name does
Also, this looks like Viking Deathstroke. Yes. I am so in.
Oh yeah, the cover's gorgeous. Is this the main Tirso Cons cover? Because if you told me that's the Mantina variant, I could believe you. But if that's the Cons cover, then well, he's also very good then, because that looks gorgeous. Yeah, it's Viking Deathstroke with a beard. He's it does look pretty good.
So he's got, in case you're not looking at these, he's got the Viking helmet, right? But it's with the Deathstroke pattern, right, of the one eye. Over. But yeah, oh my god, that looks so cool.
Yeah, so very cool. We got Batman Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian Age, issue 2. Obviously, that's the Andy Diggle and Leonardo Fernandez book. Which did we know that was a 12-issue series?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that's news to me. I thought that would have been like, I was expecting like 3 issues Black Label with that, but no, it's 12 40-page issues. My. Well, hope we like it.
Yeah. So I'm looking up some of Tirso's art, and it's not. I can't tell if that's it. It's in the same ballpark, but definitely that looks more like the Matina. But I could be wrong. Just judging from a Google image search. Although no, that it comes up here on Twitter, but that might just be because of a thing. Anyways, if that's the style of art, we're going to be in good.
No, obviously the interiors, even if it is him, may not completely match because covers get more time. But anywho, Detective Comics 1087 coming up. Also pretty cover. It's Batman looking down at Gotham on fire as if it's been hit by a nuke. It's very good. We have Batman and Robin issue 11. One for Raya on the art on this issue is very interesting to see.
Very cool.
I do miss him from the Green Arrow days for sure. Nightwing 116. Taylor and Redondo continuing his last arc on Nightwing. Super excited. We have Batman Brave and the Bold issue 15 with stories by Tim Seeley, Mark Russell, Joshua Hale Fialkov, and Alex Segura. So cool. Poison Ivy 24. Would you like to gush about the cover, Matt?
I mean, it looks fantastic. I don't like what it means for Pam, but,
Oh, she definitely dead. She's dead.
We'll see, yeah.
Someone's pulled her out the soil and the roots have withered and died.
Well, and it also is a common death iconography to, cover the eyes with either coins, flowers, whatever. So yeah.
I suspect it's not literal, but we'll see.
No, but the headline on this list is the death of Pamela Isley, so...
It does say the death of Pamela Isley, that's true. Yeah, it's the death of Pamela Isley and the birth of Ivy Pepper.
Ivy. Don't, how dare you.
You thought I was going to say the birth of Poison Ivy, didn't you?
Yeah,
That's
I did,
you thought I was going to say. Oh,
like,
no. I had more nefarious intentions in mind.
Of course you did.
Harley Quinn 42. She's got like a Mr. Freeze dome over her head, but she's got thrower guns or something.
Yeah, he's gonna melt the ice.
I guess, yeah, that's the reason. Red Hood the Hill, issue 6. I'm sure Connor's loving that book. Catwoman 67. She looks very shiny in that outfit.
Very.
Cover.
all the Catwomans look shiny.
Yes. Which I want to say is a regular occurrence of David Nakayama's art.
Yeah.
Who did the cover for this. He's not the interiors. The interiors is Carmine DJ Domenico, who of course we know well. But Birds of Prey issue 11. Gavin Goodry and Javier Pina on the art inside. Interesting.
Yeah, Birds of Prey versus Dinosaurs.
Which, yeah, I'm sure that makes you happy.
We
got the Penguin issue 12, which is
no final issue designation, so that's good.
No. So yeah, we're going beyond 12. Yeah, I get what you mean. 12 would have been a likely place to call it if they were making it short, but it was getting till least 18 then, I expect.
Yeah.
So, Batman Dark Age issue 4. That's the Mark Russell book. We got Outsiders issue 9. The Lost City of Canaan.
This is speaking directly to me. I love it.
As in the 80s dirt cheap film studio, Canon Films?
No, as in canon, as in I get way too wrapped up in fictional worlds.
Yeah. Oh, it's meta.
Yeah,
I get it. Okay.
This is 2 ends, not 3 ends.
What? Oh, are you counting the end at the end? I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's 1 end or 2 ends.
If I said this is only, if I said this is only 1 end, I know someone would have been actually,
people know you mean just where there would be double or single in the middle. It would take a pedantic dickwad, probably named Connor, to correct you on that.
Thank you. That's who I was thinking of.
All right, Batman Superman World's Finest, issue 29. That's an interesting cover.
Yeah?
It's like Batman and Superman were a wooden head where they were Two-Face, where one half was Superman and Batman, but the puzzle pieces have fallen apart. It's a really interesting cover. I like it. Anyway, Dan Mora on that as well. He's been a busy boy doing the event issue as well. But yeah, that's the final issue of the arc that just started in the book. So we got Power Girl issue 11. Even Power Girl's dress has the boob window. Surprise, surprise.
It's her thing.
It's her cleavage is her thing.
That's they make a joke about that in the book, so that's why Leah Williams is very, very aware of this.
Dear. The problem is it's the only defining feature of her entire outfit. So if you get rid of it, it's like, oh, now it's just like a white.
And that's why they said it's her thing. So that's how she sticks out on the super family.
Yeah. I mean, they could just try slapping a super logo on there.
Maybe.
Maybe she'll subvert it by getting it tattooed onto the cleavage instead.
Oh boy.
We got Shazam issue 13, notably Mike Norton on art, not what's her face?
Yep. I know, I can see it in my head. Why can't I say it?
Oh, I'm blanking on her name, but the very
Lupacino.
good Lupacino, yes, the very good artist is currently on it. But still, cool to see. We got Sinister Sons issue 6, so that's still going. It's the final issue as well, in particular. Kneel Before Zod issue 7. I guess that one's an ongoing. Okay. Flash issue 11. With
fantastic cover.
Perez on art. That is a very nice cover, actually. With the sort of the moody Linda and the baby in the background as Wally's running towards the reader with all the light. Yeah, very pretty. Titans 13. Yeah, I don't want to read it because it's ongoing story wise. Green Lantern 13. Interestingly, Alan Scott on the cover of this one. Who's not shown up in the Green Lantern run yet. So
no, Alan Scott, Star Sapphire. It looks like Sinestro with the Red Lantern.
Yeah, well, which we've seen before. Yeah, we've seen him with the red before. The backup in this one is Mark Guggenheim, which is kind of funny. But it's just a backup. It's just the backup. The regular run can, go on as it is. But yeah, Uncle Googie. Green Lantern War Journal issue 11. Another pretty good cover, actually.
Yeah. John's going through it.
Do you notice it says 11 of 12 there in the solicit text?
I do now.
Yeah, so this is now a 12-issue book. They did not mention that before, I don't think. Certainly, I didn't hear it. I mean, it's nice to know, I guess, before we get there. So
yeah,
we know we're wrapping up to an end point. Whether or not Johnson, I just hope Johnson has something else then afterwards. I hope he's on a book of some kind.
So I was doing some research on one of the characters that pops up in this week's War Journal, and he's been telling this multi-layered tapestry of a story since the beginning. So I definitely think he has something else. This has to lead to something else. At least I would hope. At least he has it planned. Will he get to do it? Who knows? It's comics.
I hope so. I hope he does.
Yeah.
Green Arrow issue 14, which you'll still be reading, I'm sure.
Yep.
We have Blue Beetle issue 11. We got My Adventures with Superman issue 2.
Yeah. Real quick, that is the last issue of Blue Beetle.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so Trujillo and Gutierrez put out there that this is their last. Hopefully they can get another crack at it, and it was an honor working on Jaime for as long as they did. So kind of sad, and I am enjoying it, but felt like the writing was on the wall. But it was a very nice message from the creative team.
Yeah, it doesn't say in the solicit it's the last issue, so
no.
Good to know. That's like 3 or 4 books ending in July, so hopefully that means they've got a few things planned for August or September when the event maybe wraps up. Or maybe there's more tie-ins next month.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got My Adventures with Superman issue 2, like I said, which we'll be reading because obviously it's a tie-in to the show, but it's Josie Campbell writing, so she is getting more DC work, which is cool.
Yeah, who's also, I didn't realize this till this week, that Josie Campbell is a writer on the show.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, so she was talking about season 2 and how it's, they're developing it and, what to expect. So I should probably get caught up on that. I know it's very much beloved at this point.
Then we just got facsimile editions, Tales of the Teen Titans 44, Just League of America issue 1, Crisis on Infinite Earths issue 4, and then for some reason after the facsimile editions we got a few more books. We got Zatanna Bringing Down the House issue 2. This is the Tamaki book, which we're looking forward to. This is 5 issues. I don't know if we knew that last time, but
no.
Just to confirm it now, we do have it's 5 issues total. We have Boy Wonder issue 3 by Junit Ba. We have John Constantine Hellblazer Dead in America issue 7. We have This Land Is Ours, a Blue Beetle story. This is a graphic novel. And then we got Primer Clashing Colors issue 1, which seems to be a one-shot, 64 pages. So then there's Batman and Robin and Howard Summer Breakdown issue 1, which again is another sort of tie-in to one of their graphic novels. Then Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries issue 7 and Looney Tunes 279 wrap up the single issues. And I'll just quickly run through the collections, see if there's anything interesting. Batman Volume 3, Joker Year 1, hardcover. We got Batman City of Madness hardcover, which is cool. That was a really fun book. Great art. I would recommend that. Titans Beast World. Curious here, actually. Let's just kill it. It's got Titans 6 and 7 in it, as well as the 6 issues of the main mini. So, effectively, this kind of makes it Titans Volume 2 if you're collecting the Titans run. But, yeah, that's cool. We got Titans Beast World Tour, which has, I think, all the one-shots. Plus, it has the backups, Nightwing. Or was it even the backups, or was it the main stories from Nightwing? I can't remember.
I think the main stories from Nightwing, because that was the Zoo Lady.
That's right. Yeah.
And then Action 1060.
So yeah, I do appreciate that you can get the entire event in 2 books. You got the main book that has the Titans issues in it, and then you've got all the tie-ins. Admittedly, I do think most of the tie-ins sucked, so I wouldn't recommend the second one. But if you are trying to be a completionist, it's only 2 books, which is nice. But yeah, that's soft cover for both of them. Power Girl Volume 1, Electric Dreams, softcover. Birds of Prey Volume 1, Megadeth, start of Kelly Thompson's run, softcover. We have Batman Superman World's Finest Volume 4, Return to Kingdom Come. That's softcover and hardcover, so they're still doing this dual solicit thing for some of them. Superman Action Comics Volume 2, To Hell and Back. This is Johnson and co. So, cool. It's got the
this has
Night Terrors issues in it.
Yeah, I was going to say, this has Action 1057 to 1059, the Doomsday Special 1, and Night Terrors Action Comics. So, yeah.
Which makes it kind of a crappy collection in that 2 of the 6 issues are Night Terrors tie-ins, and then the Doomsday Special... I'm trying to remember for the life of me what the Doomsday Special was.
No, that was where Supergirl and Bloodwind go down to hell.
Well, that's important at least to stuff that happens later, so that's fine. But it's not a lot of issues of Action itself, funnily enough. Wesley Dodds the Sandman softcover, Jay Garrick the Flash softcover, Amazon's Attack softcover, Batman Dylan Dog softcover, All-Star Batman by Scott Snyder Deluxe Edition.
Oh my god, I forgot this was a book.
Yeah, I forgot this existed as well.
Oof.
I read 1 issue of it and then just didn't look at it again.
Yeah,
it wasn't for me. Joker by James Tynion, the 4th Compendium. So this is a giant softcover which collects Joker 1 to 15, Joker Annual, Batman Joker Warzone issue 1, and Batman issue 100. Wow, weird collect. I mean, I guess it's mainly just that Joker book with a few extras, but still, an interesting collection. Superman the Triangle Era Omnibus, Volume 1. So, yeah, this is Dan Jurgens, Lee Simonson, Roger Stern, and Jerry Ordway. And it collects Superman 49 to 63, and that's Volume 2 Superman. Adventures of Superman 472 to 486, and Action Comics 659 to 673, plus Superman the Man of Steel issue 188. So this is post-Crisis. Is this post... No, it can't be, because Man of Steel 188's in there. So is this just, like, immediately post-Crisis?
I think so. I think it's the Triangle Era was, I think, late 80s into the early 90s. Yeah. So that puts the time frame about right.
Yeah, so this is just
So it's from post-Crisis to Death of Superman. So it's got to be somewhere in between. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So this is an omnibus. It's 1,300 pages. They've done pretty beefy hardcovers of the Action Superman stories post-Crisis separately. But this obviously includes Man of Steel and Adventures of Superman.
Yeah.
So this is more complete, if you wanted to read that era, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, because what they were doing here was that they would tell the story over multiple titles.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what the Triangle was. It was a numbering system. So you would go to, go to the next series. So they'll probably be in order if I had to guess, right?
Oh, they will be. They must be. Because Death of Superman's like that. You have to read Superman, then... I mean, I may be remembering the order wrong, but it was like you'd have to read Superman, and then Superman Volume 2, then Action, then Man of Steel, and then keep doing that, because they all just lead into each other. So it was effectively just a weekly Superman book at that point. I wonder how many omnibuses that would take to get up to the end of the era, and like, because Death of Superman's got an omnibus, so presumably that's the end of that era.
Right.
I wonder how many that take to get up to there.
Oh no.
Curious. I mean,
a lot.
I mean, 49 to 63 for the main Superman book. That's just over 12, so that's just over a year of books. So if this era starts in like 86, 87, then you're looking at like 4 or 5 omnibuses. Yeah. Or even 6 or 7 omnibuses even. That's a lot. Oh well. Batman by Grant Morrison, book 1. So this is one of their thicker soft covers. So this has got his first like 20 issues, give or take. So, Batman and Son, and the Black Glove mainly. Judging from the numbers.
Yeah, probably stops right before R.A.P.
Yeah. And then you got Elseworlds Batman Volume 1 2024 edition, which features an assortment of different Batman Elseworld stories. But it's 500 plus pages softcover, so it's a pretty beefy book. Same with Superman Elseworlds Volume 1. Again, it's about, well, this one's a little bit smaller. It's only about 360 pages, but it's probably just because there's less of them. But yeah, bunch of those. And then there's Elseworlds Justice League Volume 1, which has about 400 pages of different Elseworlds stories, mostly 1 or 2 issue stories between all these. And then they've even got Elseworlds Justice League Volume 2, which is another 400 pages. So they decided to split that in two because there was too many of them, I guess.
It's too massive.
Yeah. And, I mean, they're really bringing the, because obviously they're doing that this year with the Gotham by Gaslight and some of the other stuff. They're really trying to bring back the Elseworlds label. So I guess it makes sense they're doing these collections of classic Elseworlds stuff. Interesting. Then there's We 3 20th Anniversary Deluxe Edition. This is the Robot Pets by Grant Morrison.
Yep. Apparently it breaks everybody who reads it, so I will not be. I
think I bought a deluxe of this way back in the day and never get around to reading it for whatever reason. Oh well. Swamp Thing by Rick Veitch, Book 1, Wild Things. I'm going to assume this is a post Moore Alan Moore era.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Following Alan Moore's legendary run, Rick Veitch was handpicked by Moore to continue the saga.
I like them filling in these gaps where they're like, okay, let's make it possible to read all of Swamp Thing from its modern inception.
I like that. Yeah, I like that they're keeping things in print too. So make it easier for the reader.
Yeah. Batman 66 Omnibus. Yep, not much to add there. Batman Incorporated, the complete series. This is the modern Incorporated.
Yes.
Just to be precise.
Not the Morrison one.
Yeah. Batman Superman World's Finest Volume 2, soft cover. Batman the Arkham Saga Omnibus New Edition. So this is the various minis that were published to tie into the video games coming out. I read the one that came out when Arkham City was coming out, because that was 2011. And I was excited for collecting singles with the New 52 starting. Obviously, I didn't know then what I know now, that there was going to be all shit. But I was excited. So as I bought a couple of minis that summer, other than Flashpoint, to sort of just have some fun reading some comics. And the Arkham City book was 5 issues or whatever, and seemed like an easy one to do. Probably the sort of thing I won't even bother trying to read now, but I was in the mood at the time. Batman Volume 1, I Am Gotham, 2024 edition, soft cover. So this is just a straight up reprint of the first trade from King's Batman run. Batman Volume 2, The Batman of Gotham. This is Chip Zdarsky's run, soft cover. Brave and the Bold, Volume 1, Lords of Luck by Mark Waid. Okay.
Yeah.
160 pages. Okay. Deceased War of the Undead Gods, soft cover. Death at Death's Door, new edition. This is Jill Thompson. Flashpoint, reprint of Flashpoint, soft cover. Okay.
Cool.
Green Lantern by Jeff Johns, Book 1, new edition. So again, this is the thicker soft covers. So this is like the first. Well, it's kind of awkward and clunky because it's like Rebirth 1 to 6, and then it's like 1 to 5 of the book, and then Green Lantern Core Recharge 1 to whatever.
Right.
So
it's Rebirth 1 through 6, The Secret Files and Origins, Recharge, and then 1 through 3. But so that's the kickoff.
Yeah, and the reprint in Book 2 as well. And then somewhat related to that is the Green Lantern Core by Peter Tomasi and Patrick Gleason Omnibus Volume 2, which is not a reprint. This is just them getting to Volume 2 finally, which I'm assuming is the end of the
39 through 47, 59 through 60, New 52, 0 through 20. Wow. Yeah. Then they're also adding Emerald Warriors, Blackest Night 8, Green Lantern. Yeah. So this is kind of just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, this is just the rest of it. Yeah. 1,300 pages. So if you're a fan of that era, Green Lantern, easy thing to do. So it's got all of Emerald Warriors, even, which was. Yeah. That's the sort of thing that I would suspect would be left behind, because it was kind of a separate third book that only existed for 13 issues. But for completion's sake, it's nice that it's in there.
Maybe like them adding New Guardians in there too, something like that. Yeah.
Well, at least that was a New 52 book. At least I know there's some New 52 in this, but like I'm thinking of just New 52, like all of everything from Green Lantern Rebirth up until New 52. is collected in omnibus between the Johns omnibuses and these two core omnibuses. That's everything, basically. I'm assuming the John's Green Lantern omnibus includes Blackest Night. I'd be... Well, maybe... It must do. It must do. Ah, well. Joker Kill a Smile. There's a lot of collections this month. Jeez.
Yeah.
Softcover. Justice League: The World's Greatest Superheroes by Alex Ross and Paul Dini. New edition. What is this?
So it says it's all the Ross. So it's the collections. So it collects Superman, Peace on Earth, Batman, War and Crime, Shazam, The Power of Hope, Wonder Woman, Spirit of Truth, JLA, Secret Origins, and JLA. So I think these are the companions to that Justice book.
Yeah, because Justice isn't in there, so I was wondering how it got to 400 pages. I'm like, Jesus. Because I love Justice. I thought that was a great book, but I never read all these other sort of side things. Nightwing Volume 4, The Leap, softcover. Wildcats, the complete series. That's the the modern version of Wildcats.
Rosenberg, yeah. Where's Rosenberg been? That's a name I haven't heard in a minute.
He's in jail for doing too much Red Hood stuff. I don't know.
Connor's gonna have to bail him out.
Zatanna and the Ripper Volume 4. Wait, Ripper as in Giles from the hit television show Buffy the Vampire Slayer? No, it's Constantine. Yeah, this is based on the webtoon. So, yeah. And that's it. Finally, that's the end. Yes. That's a lot of collections. Mainly because there was so many goddamn reprints in there, but that was a lot. Jeez.